Well, the phone keeps ringing. A lot of people are calling. Our class is coming up. Our first beginner's class is coming up this coming Saturday. And a lot of students are calling and asking different questions about, can I buy a hive when I'm here, and all those kind of questions that come up. And so we're looking forward to our class coming up this Saturday. And your husband is eating the honey now?
Yes.
And you think it's helped his allergies?
Yes, he's helped tremendously with his allergies.
That's good. Who's the little one here?
This is Maddie. Say
hi. So how much honey do you guys eat? Do you eat a lot of honey?
He has it every morning with his coffee.
Oh, he puts it in his coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, I do the same thing. Well, thanks for stopping by and picking up some of our honey today.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to share with you now the nectar sources determine how fast or slow the honey will crystallize. For example, we'll start with the very, very slow ones. So the very, very slow ones would be things like black locust, for example. I'm looking at my phone because I've got my notes here. But black locusts, we have a lot of black locust trees here around the Illinois, or our river up here in Illinois, Salt Fork River. They make white flowers, big pods of white flowers, and it's a good honey, but it crystallizes very, very slowly because of the ratio between fructose and glucose in the sugar that the bees gather up as their nectar source. Milkweed, tulip poplar trees, Tupelo honey is very, very, very slow in crystallizing as well. And some of you may have heard of things like black heather. That's slow in crystallizing. Now we jump up a little bit. Some honeys are slow, but not very, very slow, but slow in crystallizing. And that would be like blackberry, buckwheat. Where'd my famous buckwheat? Here it goes. Oh yeah, see, that's not crystallized yet either, you know. So buckwheat, eucalyptus honey is slow to crystallize. Fireweed, linden or basswood from basswood trees, maple. These things are slow in crystallizing. But now we're going to jump up to things that are a little bit more faster in crystallizing, and I made a mistake. I jumped too far fast. Alfalfa is rapid in crystallizing. Apples, clover, dandelions, lavender, field beans, raspberry, thistle, sunflowers, and wild thyme are all very fast in how they crystallize. Okay, so one more thing about honey that I wanted to say when it comes to honey crystallizing. I've got to say this, don't I? If honey starts to crystallize like this, you can always warm it up and turn it back into a liquid. So don't think that it's ruined or spoiled, because remember, all raw honey will crystallize over time. Again, it depends on, you know, what kind of plant it's from and so forth. But don't think it's bad just because it's crystallized. That really means it's unfiltered. It probably has more suspended pollen or wax, tiny little particles that is causing that crystallization to happen. And so don't worry about that. The other thing is, let's see, this is a glass jar here. This is glass, and it's been said, and I think it is accurate, that honey, I hear that, honey that's in glass jars crystallizes more slowly than honey that is in plastic jars. And my only guess would be that plastic is more porous, maybe, allowing more air distribution that may accelerate the crystallization, but I have no clue what I'm talking about. I could be right about that. So, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're buying honey in a jar this size and it's crystallizing, you are eating honey way too slowly. You need to eat more of it, because as soon as you take honey out of a hive, it's going to start crystallizing over time. That's because it's not kept at, 95 degrees. Crystallized honey is actually honey that is probably around 50 degrees, and it starts to crystallize. And ironically, if you take this and put it in the refrigerator, which you don't have to because honey never spoils, it won't crystallize hardly at all, or I would say not very fast if it's in the refrigerator, because it's too cold for it to do that kind of process of crystallization. But it will eventually crystallize, okay? All right, cool. This is my favorite honey right now of all time.